Hey guys, what's up? So we're back for a second video, and I figured a good way to do, or a good video to do for my second video would be a plant tour, since it's been like literally so long since I did the last one and I had way more plants then and things were just a lot different. So I think it would be great to do that so you guys know where my collection's at, what things are looking like, and yeah, I just thought it'd be a nice way to kind of get back into the swing of things. So let's just get started in my living room and then we'll work our way to the office and then my bedroom. I only have a 2-bedroom apartment, so the second bedroom is our office, but I'm hoping I can get this done before Ryan gets home so he doesn't have to interrupt it, but let's see how far we can get with this, okay? Okay, so this is basically just a big overview of the room. The lighting is probably not gonna be the best in here since it's in front of a door, but we will just start on this side of the room. So starting over here, this is my philodendron Xanadu. It just has, I don't know if it's like etiolated and that's why the things are so long, but the leaves are super cute. There's always new growth coming out. I think I accidentally broke that leaf, but like this is a new leaf and this is a new leaf and it always has new growth coming out, and it has this like, I don't know what it's doing with this aerial root. I tried to like put it in the pot so that it would grow in the soil, but it didn't want to. So that is that plant. Then next to that we have my golden pothos. This is one of the newer plants that I got. I'm really just impressed with this babe because the leaves are still so big, and pretty much all these 2 leaves are new growth since I got it home. And like this, you know, you don't get that size in a regular house. Usually that's like greenhouse quality. Oh, hang on, my Alexa's going off. Okay. Anyways, so I have been showing on my Instagram that this part of this vine, you can see that it was cut off and it lost the leaf there too, but it has put since this growth point out. It also has this growth point and another one back there. So I don't know, this plant is just loving life and I don't know what I did to deserve such beauty. And then panning up over here, I have a Maranta Lucanera yellow form, lemon lime, I forget what it's called, but I have this hanging in front of my window. The leaves are just stunning. Oh my God, I love it. And it has tons of new growth coming out. I'm gonna try to position this in a better way. Yeah, there we go. You can see there's just a bunch of new leaves coming out of this thing. I think it's really happy. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to repot her soon, so we'll have to figure that situation out. I'm like running out of pots. Under that, I have my philodendron Brazil. I've also shown this one on my Instagram. By the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram, it is Plantly Ashley. So follow me there, and then I also have a personal Instagram. But this is just doing wonders for me. It was like getting kind of snaggly, I don't know, laggy and gross and kind of weird looking. But since then, it has now put out all this new, bushy, beautiful little growth on the top. And you can see there's a bunch of baby leaves in there. So it is now very happy. And I did take a bunch of cuttings off that are propagating in the other room. So I will show you those as well. Below that, we have my Calathea orbifolia. This plant was probably one of my favorite plants before I stopped loving houseplants. And honestly, like the one I had, it was doing great. I think this actually needs water. It was doing great, and then I just kind of stopped caring about it, and everything kind of went downhill. So I think I eventually sold it, but we got another one, and there's Anna. As you can see, I have my humidifier literally right behind it because she is a diva and she needs humidity. So I figured I would give her exactly what she wants. I have it off right now because it is a little warmer today, so there's a little bit more humidity. And moving over here, I have to back up actually, you can't even see it, is my big monstera deliciosa. I just recently repotted her into this 14-inch pot, but yeah, she is just really, really beautiful. That's all I can say. This leaf and this leaf are the 2 newest leaves, and they are looking really good. Really just stunning. So I got nothing else to say. She's just big and beautiful, and I don't know if I'll ever cut her or anything, but we'll see how that goes. And then over next to my TV here, we have the philodendron Micans that I potted up with a pole. Yep, you can see me in the TV. I'm moving, that's weird. You can see my philodendron Micans. I potted this one up with a pole in my last video, so if you haven't watched that, definitely take a look. But my hope is that the leaves will get big since she is on a pole now. I mean, even now you can just see like how velvety, oh, I'm blocking the light, how velvety beautiful her leaves are. So hoping she will grasp on to the pole and get big. And then next to that, we have what used to be called a Sansevieria. God, you can't even get the whole thing in frame. So these used to be called Sansevieria. It's a snake plant, by the way. But now I think they're in the Dracaena family. So I believe this one is a Dracaena laurenti. In my mind, I will just always call it Sansevieria, but I know that the proper term is Dracaena now. But yeah, snake plants are always essential, I feel like. It's just big and a nice background piece. And then we will go down the hall into the office. Sneak peek of my bedroom. All right, so this is where a majority, I would say, of my plants are. Oh, Ryan's getting home. I'm gonna pause. Hey, I'm gonna leave that in the video. Anyways, so this is my office, or our office. I recently just kind of redid it. We added some shelves and I got a desk and a beautiful new chair. But the first plant you see is my bird of paradise. This thing is huge. It was big when I got it, and it is just getting bigger. I mean, you can see the 2 new leaves that are coming out. This one is massive. It hasn't quite come up all the way. And this one's like unfurling, and it ripped itself because that's what they do. They're just like little hoes in that fact. But that one's still coming up as well. But it's a pretty big plant. I wanted a big plant for that spot just to kind of fill out the room a bit. And then below that one, we have a, oh my God, what is it called? A rubber tree. So this one is the burgundy. So I think the proper term is burgundy ficus. It's a ficus tree, basically, a rubber tree plant. And this is the burgundy. I don't know what the full name is, but when I got this plant, it had spider mites, and it has not gotten rid of the spider mites. It's just, I just keep treating it, and they're not going away. So I knew that from the last time I had this plant. They're just kind of a spider mite magnet. So are calatheas, but for some reason, this calathea hasn't gotten any spider mites. So that's that plant. And then next to that, we have my Calathea mosaica. Mosaic or mosaica, I don't know. It has, as you can see, some new growth coming out, but it is just a cute plant. I wanted to get a big one. The last time I had this plant, I had a very small one. So I figured I would just start big this time and see if I could keep her big. So you can see that this leaf is unfurling, which is so cute. This is a new leaf, and oh, is that another one? And I'm sure there's more down there. But yeah, she's really beautiful. And then above those plants on my shelf, I have these 2 Hoyas. This is a Hoya Matilde. It's just a cute little babe. I put her on this trellis hoping that I can get her to grow and then vine around that, which would be really cute. I did accidentally break this leaf in half because I was trying to see if it was thirsty. I think this half is dead and this half will hopefully hang on. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Then we have my Hoya compacta, which, you know, she never really does anything. This is just kind of the state that she's been in since I got her. There actually used to be a third like vine in the back here, but I think I killed it somehow. But these are good. They're just not really putting out new growth. And then over here, this is really high up, is my, I'm just gonna pull it down. This is a Syngonium. I believe it's the white butterfly variety. So I'm gonna put it over here on my desk. If you put it in sun, like with a lot of light, the leaves will turn like white. I have since put it on that shelf, so the leaves are turning a little bit more green, but either way, like, it's so beautiful. And in my experience, these things can live with really high light or with low light. So that's why I have it on the shelf. I just think it's a really cute little plant. And that's what that wall looks like. Let me just back up quick. Kind of hard to get it all in frame, but yeah. Moving over to my desk, we have another Hoya. This is a Hoya Macrophylla albovariegata, I believe. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the only leaf that still has like a decent amount of white on the edges. You can see that this new leaf has like a light green, and then there is actually this new leaf coming in. There's actually a couple new leaves. So it's really, really pink. Ooh, really pink. It's just so beautiful. So I'm really hoping that the pink parts will stay white. And then there is also another leaf right there. Look at that little baby. Oh, and look. I don't know if that's a leaf or a growth point. It kind of looks like a leaf. I think this plant needs water. A bunch of my plants need water. Next to that, I have my Cebu Blue Pothos. So I just got this one actually from someone on the Milwaukee plant page. I think it's called Greater Milwaukee Plant Parenthood or something like that. This thing, I've been trying to find a Cebu Blue forever that's full, and it's not possible. They only come in little pots or like propagations and no full pots. And I was just so lucky that this person offered to sell me their plants. So love that one. These are the philodendron Brazil cuttings I was telling you about that I'm propagating. So they are just in sphagnum moss. I can't really, let me turn around here. I can't really tell if there's any vines coming out, not vines, roots coming out the bottom yet or not, but all the leaves still look super perky and happy. I literally have not watered or done anything to this since I put it together. Like, it is self-sustaining with all the moisture that was already in the sphagnum moss when I did it. So I haven't checked it at all. It probably has roots, but I'm just gonna kind of wait until I see new growth, and then I will probably pot it up. Next to that, I have my aloe vera, which I actually got from a friend. It was actually a little baby pup, just like, what part was? It's kind of hard to tell because there's so much coming out of it now, but like this was an original leaf. I think this is an original leaf, this one and this one. A lot of them have like since fallen off. Like this one even seems like it's kind of coming off, and it has all these like pups coming out of it. So it seems pretty happy. I did just treat it for spider mites. Who freaking knew spider mites would eat an aloe vera? Not me, man. But hopefully they're gone now. Behind that, we have my, oh my God, what the heck is this called? Hoya Crimson Queen, I think. I think the princess is where the white is on the middle of the leaves, and this is the queen because it's on the outside. She's not doing the best, I will admit. I mean, if you look at the back of the leaves, they're really wrinkly, but I've watered her and they don't go away. And she doesn't need more water right now, so I don't really know what's wrong with her. Do you have any tips? It still has this one white leaf. It used to have a giant cluster of white leaves, and they just kind of slowly fell off. So I don't know. She's doing her own thing, and I'm going to leave it that way. A couple more philodendron Brazil cuttings that are just starting to root. And then below that, I have this other little snake plant. Don't know the name. It's a dark one. That's all I know. Above that, I have my monstera adansonii, and as you can see, the vines are just kind of going everywhere. The leaves are really, really little on these vines, and it's because they prefer to be on a pole. So I actually kind of wrapped some of the vines up on the macrame, and you can see the leaves are bigger than the ones that are hanging down. But regardless, she is just very full and fluffy and has lots of new growth. So I think she's really happy. And then the last plant in the office is this other snake plant. So it's hard to get her in frame, but basically this snake plant is my boyfriend's snake plant that I convinced him to buy when he was still living in an apartment on his own and we weren't living together. And it's had a bunch of growth come off of it and new pups. So I've separated a bunch of times, but it's kind of just been stagnant for a long time, and I think it's because of what it's in. Like, it's in a glass vase basically with rocks on the bottom, which, I mean, this was one of the first plants, guys, and it just was not, this is not the way to do it. You shouldn't do it this way. I need to repot it into terracotta. I think it will do a lot better, but as you can see, like, this leaf is like mush. Ew, is this rotting? Ew, that is really disgusting. Okay, I'm gonna have to wash my hand later. I don't know, I need to repot it. You know, there's like dry things in here, so it's just not happy. But I'm gonna repot it soon. I need to take care of that. I just like squished it. Do you see that? And it like opened up. That is so disgusting. Okay, anyways, we're gonna move on. All right, guys, now we're entering my bedroom. So the first plant you see when you walk in is this jade pothos. So it's basically a pothos, duh. But it's like a lighter green than like a golden pothos. It does have some leaves that have like variegation on them. So I don't know if it's like, I don't know what it's doing, but it's really beautiful. I actually saved this plant in a video when I was doing it last time, or like when I was YouTubing a lot. It was from a Stein's, and I don't know what happened to it. It had like no roots and most of the plant was dead, but there was still a ton left. So basically I unpotted it, I cut all of it up and propagated it, and then it turned into like this little bushy thing. And now it has since got a vine like there, it's got that vine, it's got this vine. I actually really need to cut off this one because it's losing leaves, you can see, and it's getting snaggly and kind of gross. So I think I'm gonna cut that vine off and propagate the whole thing, and then I'll leave the others on. I might put that back in this pot, but I don't know, it might need to be repotted. It's kind of like not happy. Here's my water bottle. Let me just move that. Okay, now we're gonna go to my dresser. I just have 2 plants on here, sorry for the dust. This button actually is from the jacket I'm wearing. I need to put it back on. Here's my ZZ plant. I just repotted it into this pot and it's doing a lot better. I think it was just not happy and I think I just haven't been watering enough. I don't know. It just pretty much hasn't grown at all for the last I don't even know how long, but I recently cleaned it so it's looking a lot shinier and hopefully with this new pot it will get bigger. Next to that I have another monstera. This leaf, it put out shortly after I brought it home, and I was like mind blown because none of the other leaves had fenestrations, and then the first leaf with fenestrations has 6. Like, what did I do to deserve this beautiful plant? I don't know, but she's doing good. I actually recently repotted her a couple weeks ago into a larger nursery pot and just kind of put it in this basket, which I thought was cute, but it hasn't stopped her from putting new growth out. Sometimes when you repot a plant, it will put all of its energy and time into growing roots to fill the pot, that it won't give you new leaves. But since she has put out this leaf, there's another on the way and another one over here. So it's doing good and I can't wait to see how big it'll get. Will it get as big as my other one? I don't know, but I hope so. Below that, we have my Fiddle Leaf Fig. I've talked about this one on my Instagram. As you can see, it is just missing a lot of leaves because I just chronically continue to underwater this thing. I wait too long to water it in between waterings every single time, hands down, and then it drops leaves. But recently, it just put out this leaf and this leaf. Oh, there's a hole. The heck is that from? I'll have to investigate that later. But it kind of looks like there's going to be another leaf here maybe. I can't tell. We'll see. And then on this one, it just put out this leaf, which is beautiful. And it put out this leaf, which again has a hole. So that's kind of weird. Does anyone know why it's doing that? Please tell me. And then this one has this leaf. So I think it's doing a lot better. And I'm kind of going to go with the vibe that I was intending for it to not have leaves down here. So when it gets bigger, it'll look more like a tree kind of. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then I just have 2 more plants. Oh, hello. This is my outfit today. This jacket is actually secondhand. I bought it from someone on Instagram. Her name is, I think, Danny's Little Thrift Shop is what her Instagram page is called. And then I literally just got these boots yesterday at Divine Consign. And I'm loving them. They are so beautiful. Anyways, back to the video. So this is the second to last plant I have to show you. This is my Hoya Chelsea. Let's get some good light. It does need water, but you can see it has dimples on the leaves. And there is a little bit of splash on the leaves as well. But she's just doing pretty good. And I think that this is a new growth point, like a vine that's coming out. So I'm excited to see what she does. I also have her on a trellis to see if I can get her to go around that. And then my last plant is this air plant. So I believe it's a Xerographica. I don't know the full name, but it has not grown at all since I got it. I don't really know when to water it. So I think I've soaked it once since I purchased it. And it seems fine. If you have air plants or you know how to take care of them, please leave some growth tips in the comments because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. And I don't know, I just got it because I thought it would be really cute right here on my little shelves, and it is. So that's great, but how do I care for you? I don't know. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed my houseplant tour. I have a lot of plants still, as you can see. It definitely not as much as my last tour, so I'm happy about that. And it's definitely a lot easier for me to balance. I just feel a lot better about this whole situation. And say hi. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you watched this point to the end, that's awesome. Please comment below your favorite plant that I showed you. If you have any house plant care tips for the plants I showed you in this video, please comment below because I'm not a pro and I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of sharing as I go along. And then also like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it. I don't care, whatever you choose is fine. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Bye. Peace.